And I told Darren by the end of it needs to be viral. He said, no problem.
What the dumbasses did, they left the tape running. There was a live mic, and they taped themselves. It's real clear that it was a setup, and that the comments are, "We hope he effing gets it. Let's run this to so and so and take it viral on the internet." I mean, it was a complete setup, and they taped themselves.
I want the person interviewing him to get his points out, even though he knows to not say those specific answers.
Yeah.
I want that shit to come out too.
I hope he gets fucking sent out to the pasture on this shit. I really, really fucking do.
It was reportedly part of a role-playing exercise to prevent future public relations problems.
Ironically, the call's intent was to prevent future PR disasters.
And that call with a marketing firm was designed to help Papa John's avoid more PR crises.
But nonetheless, he was on this conference call, and the whole point was to kind of coach him on how not to be racist in public.
I just want him to go and speak the truth. And I want to write down the bullet points and then let him go. He just has to make sure it's an hour-long conversation so that he says shit like he said here. He's going to come out. He can't control it.
Looking back now, do you think that you were set up?
Oh, there's no question about it.
Despite the plan's the plan. No one has said to him, dude, are you really not getting it? You are out of touch. Everyone, including us, are pandering a little bit to the man.
I think Sunday John won't be working anymore. Sort of associate spirals.
Up in New York.
By now, he doesn't fucking get it.
They were trying to set you up. They kept trying to get you to say the word.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
I do. I think they were trying to agitate me.
3, what actions you've been taking or are going to take to distance yourself from racist groups online? It's such a bizarre question. I mean, it just was not the way. We had a town outside of Jeffersonville called Utica, and there's a sign going into Utica in the 60s and 70s that says, if you're black, don't come into Utica after dark. And that was really frowned on in not only our community, but it did in our family. So we grew up with this bullshit.
Okay, so during the call, he was asked how he would distance himself from racist online groups, and he responded by downplaying the significance of his NFL statement. And he said, Colonel Sanders called blacks N-words.
Sooner or later, the tape's going to come out in public, and people are going to go, wow, that's what he said. And so that's what he said. And they're going, they made this out of that. They made this all up. They fabricated it. And shame on them.
What did they say to agitate you?
They just kept pushing and pushing. They kept bringing up the comments that were made back in November on the NFL conference call, which there's nothing in that call that's even sort of provocative.
Yeah, when I talked to Fred Smith, Peyton Manning, Indra, the Redskins, the Cowboys, I said, listen, you guys have got to lose. This is no good for anybody, any of us. And then to Steve's point, I said, we got to find, 8 or 9 leaders in the country that are level-headed, not going to fly off, that will sit down with the players and get them what they want.
We're meeting on the May the 22nd. We think it's a marketing meeting, okay? And it turns into be the first. They put out a deck and said the first question is, "Are you a racist?" And I'm like, whoa. I know it's a setup.
Go ahead. No, I'm fascinated. They say, are you a racist?
Are you a racist? And I looked around. I'm going, what word of this? I thought we were going to talk about creative. And he said, no, we're going to talk about, anything to do with race and PR in this meeting because you're going to go to Chicago Sunday for some interviews. And I said, well, who else? How long have you all known we were going to do this meeting? And they said, well, about a day and a half or 2 days. I said, well, why didn't you all give me the agenda?
You were irritated from the beginning.
I was irritated because they pulled a fast one right from the get-go. Right. So they're just trying to agitate.
Yeah, when did this go out? Because these couple sheets.
Sorry, that's the same paper, some extra copies.
Yeah. Oh, when did this go out? So
we just got it.
Why wouldn't you give this to me pre-read for a meeting? I'll read it, but I could be a lot more helpful if I'd already read it coming into the meeting.
Because we just did it last night and over the weekend, so we were just getting it together, to be honest with you.
Colonel Sanders calls black people the N-word. I never use that word, so let's just stop.
But in their mind, they're like, we got him.
That's what I think you're right.
Wow. And so, fast forward a week later, when you walk into Richie's office and he tells you that the company's being extorted, what was that meeting like?
I go, what do you mean? And he said the guy was going off the deep end. He was belligerent. That was the word Richie used. That's why is he belligerent? He goes, he wants his $6 million because he's got a tape that says, you said the N-word. I said,
Colonel Sanders called blacks. I'm like, I've never used that word. And they get away with it. Yeah, we use the word debacle. We get framed in the same genre. It's crazy.
Did he actually use the N-word?
Yes,
I missed that as well.
Literally just said, he said Colonel Sanders said that.
He said he called them N-word and he's fine. But all I did was say debacle. And he has no problem saying that, but he can't say that he said anything wrong.
All right, so this is all coming down to a word. You admit you used a word. Give us the context.
well, it doesn't matter the context. And it's the fact of the matter is that word hurts people.